Hi guys, I figured I would do my live a little bit earlier today. That way tonight I can just kind of relax and everything since I gotta work tomorrow. So I thought, well, husband's sleeping, so this is a perfect time to go ahead and do that live. So I'm just gonna show you what I plan on doing while some people are still coming on. So I had seen on Facebook several people had shared these succulent gnomes, and they were just simple square, or not square, but to me I think they used a pool noodle. So that's what I'm using. But it just had the succulent on top, a little bit of moss, beard, nose. I could not see anything around the back of them. They didn't have hands or feet. And so I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and try making one. Hi, Bailey. But with mine, I wanted hands and feet. It doesn't have to have those, and plus I have added a little accessory. They didn't have anything. They were so plain, earthy colors. They looked great. But I thought, well, I'm going to put my little spin on that. Hi, Teresa. So I'm going to go ahead and turn him around so you can see. Hi, Becca. I mean, he's done really simple, but it has my little flair in it, and it's somewhat different than what they did. I added just a little bit of pizzazz to it, I guess, is what I wanted on there. Oh, thank you, Tammy. So what I did was I used a 4-inch pool noodle. And as I made that one, I also wrote down the price as to how much it was going to end up costing at the end. So one of these small pool noodles, I could get 12 4-inch pieces out of there. So when I did the math, it came up to about 8 cents per gnome. And then of course I've got the little shoes. Now the ones that I have done, I've already covered them. Now the reason why I didn't wait to cover the shoes this time, hi Sherry, is because I've had several people say that my videos are too long. And for that I do apologize, but I have a hard time cutting the steps. And I mean, I do cut a little bit, and it still ends up being about an hour, 2 hours. And so I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead, get the noodles cut, cover the shoes, do what I can. I've already cut the beards, but I'm still going to walk you through and show you my templates that I've used. And I guess they can always fast forward if it's way too long. But I love visiting with you guys and brainstorming and getting my craft to where it ends up being just way better than what I first imagined. So I cut my pool noodle and I covered my shoes. These are just the Dollar Tree baby shower shoes. And then of course the little succulents. I'm gonna do 3. I mean, I can do less if you guys want me to cut it short. Hi Cindy. And then I used this template. I use it all the time. It's one that I had made for one of my other gnomes. But when I cut it and I placed it on here, it took up quite a bit of the pool noodle. So I cut, I'm going to show you this. So I just eyeballed it, winged it, whatever you want to call it. And I just cut a little bit of that off. Now this extra piece, I thought, you know what? I'm going to keep that, because what if somebody wanted like a gnome that has like a goatee or just the beard, no mustache? I mean, it would work, and it would have sideburns going all the way up. So I'm going to keep these little remnants in my stash. But I don't have a template for this size, but it still works. It's about 2 inches wide and about 2.5 inches tall, just the backing. And then, of course, I've got my medium-sized bead for the nose. And then some smaller ones for the hands. But like I said, you don't have to add hands if you don't want to. The picture that I had seen, they didn't use any. And it didn't really give detail either. I don't know who the original post was from, but I should do a little bit more research because they did an amazing job. But I ended up just getting some socks. Any of them will do. I have one that I'm going to be doing fuzzy, and then another one that's just little polka dots. But I figured go with the color of the succulents. Use some of the colors so it kind of pops a little bit. And I picked up some of that. Is it spring or Spanish? Oh, this is Reindeer Moss. Now, I got that at Dollar Tree. And I keep forgetting that some of these crafts I can't do because I have allergies. So I opened a bag of that. And I've had to take Benadryl because it's really messing with my allergies. But man, they turn out so cute, right? So I don't know if there's a way to like spray something on that to keep it from giving me a reaction, but so cute. And I did think of pulling like some of this apart, some of the burlap, this green burlap. I had used that in one of my other crafts, and I had cut it down really fine to make it look like moss. So that did cross my mind, but since I have this here already, I'm just going to use it. And I do have water here if I need to wet my palette. So I think we're just pretty much good to go. I also got some potpourri because I thought, oh my gosh, I was going to do a purple one. So maybe I will use some of the purple potpourri, forgetting that the purple means it's lavender. I'm allergic to flowers. And so here my my dining room smells like lavender. So, but it's all good. It's all really pretty. I mean, he turned out really cute. The little flowers in it really set him off with the succulent on top. So what I did was one of the socks, I put that pool noodle inside. The extra, I snipped off, and then I'm going to do all that other extra just down inside that hole. Now, where the toe is, there's like that little crease. It's okay, because I'm going to have that beard and the shoes, so I can hide that to where the back, you're not going to see where that toe line is. And this hole, I'm going to keep it open because I'm just going to set this all the way down in there once it's done. It's going to be so great. Of course, I'll add glue to keep it all in place. So, I have that there. And then I'm going to take my beard and I'm going to glue that right to the top. I was surprised to see so many people hop on right away. I thought it would take a little bit for everybody to get on, because I didn't say exactly what time I was doing it. I just said I was going to be doing one today. Alright. And if you know anyone who likes succulents, make sure to sprinkle the video so they can see how it turned out. Maybe they would like to do a craft and make some themselves. Alright, then I'm just going to lay him down. I'm going to go ahead and glue his shoes down so he's sitting. And I'm just going to put a good amount of glue right there. Make sure that you move the beard out of the way. Then you're going to hold it. So if I'd make him stand up, I would have added, oops, I added way too much glue to this one. I would have added my fish gravel to the shoes. Or you could even put fish gravel in here because that sock will keep it from moving. But for the standing ones, I always use that fish gravel because it's what I've got. Now on Tenderfoot Village, she uses hex nuts. And from what she says, they work amazing, but I never think of getting those. I have also used, they're kind of like those clear pebbles. I've used those, but this is my go-to. I always fill it, and it's been working good for me. I have quite a bit of in my stash, so and then I've also used in order to make them stick inside that pool noodle, I use the a chopstick inside. So I put a chopstick inside those foam curlers, and then I glue those down along with that. In the bottoms of the shoes, I do that gravel. One of these times, though, I will try that hex nut way of doing it, just so I can say that I've done it, and I can know how that works. Alright, so there's that. Then I'm going to go ahead and just find the middle of his beard there. And I'm going to put a nose on there. It doesn't matter how you do it. Some of the ones that I have holes in them, and a lot of times I will make the holes to the side so it looks like they have nostrils. It just kind of varies. There's really no wrong way of doing it. Oh, he's already looking really cute. He doesn't even have any arms or the top on. I like this color of fur with, it's kind of like an orangey peach sock. So he's going to look really cute. And then with this on top, he's going to look adorable. So how I do the, almost lost my scissors. How I do the sleeves is the rest of that sock I'm just gonna cut in half right along that seam all the way around. Then I'm gonna fold up one edge because I want a finished edge down by his hand. And I'm going to do that on both of them. And I might not even need all of this. It might be too long this way, so I will end up cutting some of that off of there. But I'm just going to put that medium bead to where it somewhat pokes out just a little bit. Okay, then I will cut off some of this extra. And then I will glue that down. And you're going to want the seam towards the center, or the inside of your gnome. Alright, so there's one hand. Oh, and let me know if my music is too loud. I did have somebody say that my music is a little loud. I know it's not for everybody, but I love the sound of the piano. And it just relaxes me while I'm doing my crafts. But I do forget how loud I have it. Alright, so then we're just gonna fold that in there. Now you could put a pipe cleaner or anything inside these, but I just left like this one here doesn't have anything inside the sleeves. Nice and lightweight. I figured, you know, what if somebody didn't have a whole lot of options, you know? You could even use felt to cover up the noodle. If you didn't have the socks. Oh, hi Robin. Yeah, I have piano playing. So now all that I'm doing is finding out where or how long I want those, and I'm gonna tuck them inside because I have the hole there. I might as well use it. I'm glad that the music is not bothersome and everyone can still hear me. Okay, so there's his hands, and I just have I mean, he could be a bunny too. Stick the ears in there. But I still have that hole, and I want to make sure that that stays free. And I can have him hold something as well later on, so that'll work out too. So then, the next step I do is I glue down some of this moss just up here along this outer edge, and I leave that hole still free. So I'm going to add just a little bit of glue here. And I'll add some of that moss. And if you need more, just add where you think you need it. And at first when I was doing these, I kept thinking, you know, it kind of looks like broccoli. It looks like a really thin broccoli to me. But you just want to kind of make it a little bushy so it kind of looks like the brim of a hat. And just make it as full or as light as you want. There's really no wrong way of doing it. And if you don't have the moss, you can use yarn, you can use anything, or you don't even need it. You can just stick the thing on top as well. But I did notice if you don't have anything there, you do see where that sock and everything is. So you have like a gap. So this hides that little gap. So there you go. Kind of looks like he has a little halo of moss. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the back. They whip up really fast. Notice he's almost done. After I ended up calculating how much is in this gnome, there's roughly about $3 in him. So not too bad. And he ends up standing about 5.5 inches tall. Now, since I'm done with that for now, until the next one, I'm putting a lid on it. Then I'm going to go ahead and put a good amount of glue in that hole there. And I'm just going to put this in there as I'm holding the arms, because when you go to push down on that, that will try to move your arms as well. So you want to keep your arms in their place. And then with this down, if you see a spot where you want more of the moss, like I noticed there's not a whole lot here, you can always add some. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add a little bit more moss right along that sleeve. And you can also add like little flowers along that as well. With this one, I really like that you can't go wrong. No matter what you do, it's gonna look cute. I mean, you can have the moss dripping down, you know. You can have it like going down the arm with some little itty bitty flowers or something, or mushrooms. Mushrooms are really, really good. Now, in my thing of potpourri, I'm going to bring put it all in a little basket. They had these little things. They have all sorts. This I will end up making into something. I'm sure of it. But it also has these little, they also have these here. I thought, you know, he could be holding one of those. Almost looks like an Easter egg too. It is getting close to Easter. Oh, it also has little leaves. Now with these, I thought they were really cute because they're curled up. I thought, oh, if I did a little girl gnome, I could put this in the middle and it would kind of look like she has curly hair that goes up. But when I tried to do it and I staged it, it didn't work right because of how that sits on that pool noodle. So you just have to kind of play around and see what all you like with what you have. And really, there's no wrong way of doing it. I even have like a little fake one here too. He could be holding another one. Yeah, there's no wrong way of doing this. So I found one of these, I don't even know what they're called, but it's just a little green piece. And I had a white one left over from around Christmas, and I'm thinking I'm going to put that inside. I'm going to glue that inside the green one. And then I will have her hold that. There we go. And I was thinking of maybe having her hold this or just setting it in front of her. I mean, that would work as well. Then I'm also going to add this leaf on there too. I'll use this for a face, or this one. Oh, I never even thought of doing that. I have 3 of these that have... Oh, that would be so cute as hair. And then a purple face. Oh my goodness. I think that is going to be one. Teresa, thank you. You could fill a bowl with deer moss. And yes, I also thought if it could like lean up like this and have like a little scenery inside. And then it also came with this, with the potpourri. So I thought, you know, if I had that like this with a little scenery inside, maybe some flowers off to the side. So many things. Oh my goodness. So many ideas. And it all works. Oh yeah, I love how this one's gonna look. This one's gonna be cute. So I'm almost done with this one. So I'll set that there. So there's that one, and it was pretty quick. Now I did do the shoes, and I cut the beard and everything ahead of time, but really, really cute. So then I also have this one, and then I also have this one that we'll do. So this one. Oh, thank you guys. I think they turned out really cute. And like I said, I just had that picture to go by. So I don't know exactly what all they used, but I just used what I have in my stash of stuff. So, and I'm loving how mine turned out, but I love how theirs was so simple, and it was earthy colors. For me, it's getting close to St. Patrick's Day, and then after that is Easter, so I thought, oh, Easter colors would be great. So the succulents, I got them at Dollar Tree. And it's just one little sprig. Now they also have some that have they're in like little pots, but these didn't have any pots. They have a long stem. And I wanted this one because I knew it would fit inside that pool noodle. So it would actually give me something for it to cling to in there. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and glue my beard down. And I did the same thing with this one. I just cut it down to where it was a little bit smaller because I wanted to be able to see. I wanted to see around, and I didn't want it to cover those shoes either. And I just part that. And then I put the nose right in the center there. Okay, now the extra part of the sock that I ended up cutting down, and this was the top, all that I did was I cut each side to get me my hands there. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to glue that little bead in there. I mean, you can glue this side down if you want, just to kind of hold it in place. And I will have to trim this side down because it's going to be too long. And I'm going to glue this down to make that sleeve. So I've got one arm down. Whoops. I just smacked my table. Glue that down. And of course I'm going to have too much on this one as well, so I'll cut it a little bit. Okay, so I got the arms done there. I'm going to go ahead and glue his shoes on there. Watching my beard. And the shoes, if you have any wobble on your pool noodle, the shoes will help him stay up as well. And you can space out the feet however you like. Sometimes I find I put them really close together, and sometimes I have them a little bit further apart. It just kind of depends on what you're planning on having right here. If you have them holding like a big bucket or a basket or something, the wider is better. But this one, I noticed I put together a little bit closer, so he wouldn't be able to have anything huge right there, but there's no wrong way of doing it. So they turn out so adorable. On this one, I made the arms just a little bit shorter than the other one. So I'm not going to go all the way inside, but that's okay because this part's going to be covered with moss. So I'm just putting it up on the top there. There we go. And I make sure that seam is towards the inside there. And I'm just putting some glue inside that sleeve to flatten it to where it is shut. There we go. Alright, then I'm going to add some moss. And like I said, you can make it as thick or thin as you want. There we go. It's looking really cute. So then I've got moss all the way around. And then I'll put glue up here on top. And then I'll go ahead, hold those arms in place because it will try to pull. I am going to add just a little bit more of the moss, like over by his sleeves. See a spot that I missed that I want to put some. Oh, he looks so cute. Yeah, I think I'm going to have him hold one of these little nuts. And you can fluff his beard however you're wanting. Oh my goodness, they turn out so adorable. Who would have thought pool noodles were so universal? I mean, you could use them for anything. I use them a lot for my stand-up gnomes. You can make them where they're sitting down. And these are really lightweight. I mean, they're not going to be taking down any shelves or anything. They're really, really cute. Lightweight. Not really a whole lot of supplies needed either for them. So I'm going to set that aside. And then I'll do this last one, this yellow one. Oh, scissors. Here we go. And Teresa, I was looking at different colored beards, and I'll tell you what I did. So I went to Dollar Tree, and I went and got little stuffed animals. The fur looks like beards, right? So I took all the stuffing out of a purple one. My granddaughter's probably going to be really upset with me because they probably would have wanted to keep it. And then I took a little bit of the fur, and I wasn't sure how it would look. I thought, well, it might look a little weird with this. But really, it would not be that bad. So I'm loving that I picked up those stuffed toys. And I can use the stuffing for other stuff. And I mean, it would still look good with a pastel beard. So I think in order to redeem myself with the grandbabies, I'm probably gonna save more of these pool noodles, get more of the succulents, let them use the pastel ones, and maybe since they can see that it's helping their gnome look a little bit better, maybe I'll be in good standings with them. All right. So, and I had also gotten these little itty bitty bows. I mean, they could work as embellishments as well. And these they're kind of like brass, but they're very thin and bendable. They would work as well. Like on him, I didn't put any leaf or anything on there. I could end up tucking, something like that in there just to give that little bit of flair. All right. So on with this one. Then I'll put the nose on there. Lucy, I did, but I am okay with saying it again. I got the succulents at Dollar Tree. You can also get them at Walmart or Joann's or even Michael's or even Hobby Lobby. And I'm sure you can find them online. But I made a run to Dollar Tree. I was mainly looking to see if they have any of those bunny rabbits, because I use those for gnomes as well. But they didn't have any, so I thought, well, I'm buying up some succulents and I'm going to try to do this craft and see how it goes. And when I did one, oh my goodness, I just fell in love with how it turned out. And also, I want to thank you guys for watching and sticking with me, even when I do the long videos. I have a hard time cutting it off once I'm on there. I get to talking to you guys, and I could talk to you guys forever. I haven't always been that way. I used to get really nervous. I love that when so many people are on, or even if it's just one person, my craft that I'm doing, it just goes in so many different directions. And I love that everybody's collaborating together and giving ideas. So it's just as much your project, because you're giving me ideas and brainstorming with me. Yes, bunny headbands work really good. Now, I ended up stopping at Walmart too, because I had some stuff to get there. And they had this material that was like in the clearance. It was only like $1.99 or something like that. But it looked like white bunny fur. So I snatched that up. It was over a yard for $1 something. I could not pass that up. So I made some ears out of it. I'll show you. I made some ears, and I used felt too. So it's just this, it almost looks like terry cloth or towels or whatever, but I made ears. So this is going to be on another gnome at some point, and this is what I covered him with. But that's another craft. Oh, Lucy, I had like 2 of them, of the bunnies from last year. And around Christmas time, I work at the Vision Center at Walmart, and I ended up doing the Christmas story theme for our decoration, for our sidewall. So I ended up making one of the bunny pajamas that Ralphie wore with the bunny. So it was a pink bunny outfit on the bunny rabbit. Turned out great. I loved it. A lot of people took pictures. Felt in ears to make them hang. Yeah, and I figured if I couldn't find the bunnies, I figured, well, I can always make bunny ears. I can use white felt, I can use washcloths, whatever, just whatever I have around the house. But boy, it would save me some time if I had the bunnies. I'm sure some of the other surrounding ones has some. So I could always travel to one of the near towns, and I'm sure that they would have the bunnies. I did put pictures on my page. I can't remember exactly what date that I made them. It was during my winter market that I was doing. So I'll have to look and see. I can look and post another picture on my page. There we go. Oh, Cindy, you've sold 4. Isn't that the best feeling when somebody purchases something that you have, and just seeing their face, their expression? That's one of my favorite. I mean, I love crafting, but the expressions of everyone's face, I just love it. Okay. And I'm probably not going to need all of this. Oh, bunny shoes would be really cute. These here, I will probably sell them for $10. There's $3 in it, and then I normally double my supplies on the price, and then I just trickle in a little bit for my time. I don't really put a whole lot for my time on there, just because I'm not doing it for the money. It's just keeping me sane. If I did have like a business, like if I was doing this, you know, to help support my family and stuff, I would probably have to charge more. But since I don't put a whole lot for my time. And they whip up super fast, so I wouldn't need tons. It doesn't take tons and tons of time to do them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put his arms on him, making sure that those seams are to the inside. And I'm just going to trim these up because I like how I didn't have to put them inside last time. So I'm going to go ahead and shorten them. Mm-hmm. Oh, I made one arm just slightly longer than the other, but that's okay. I always say, you know, don't stress over any of the mishaps. 9 chances out of 10, you're going to be the only one who knows that mishap was there. Unless you're videotaping it like I'm doing. I mean, then everyone knows where you've messed up. But it still works, and somebody out there is going to just love it. So the mistakes are not a big problem. Alright, so then I'm going to add this moss. Oh, Lucy, I crochet too. Haven't done it for a little while, but there for a while, it was hard to keep up. Everybody was like, can you make me a hat? Can you do this? Can you do that? And it's hard to keep up with people because you make one thing and then it works out so well. And then everybody wants one. And then, of course, gifts for grandbabies or whatever. It's just hard to catch up. He's looking so cute. I love how the moss, even though I have like an allergy, it's not reacting to me as bad as it could. But of course I did take my Benadryl, so a lot of people ask me why a lot of my stuff has fake flowers and fake succulents and everything, and it's because I have allergies. I have not done the thread angels. I've done hats. I've done lovey blankets for babies, granny square baby blankets. I don't do the big blankets because I don't have the patience for that. They take way too long. So if I can see the end result within 1 or 2 days, I'm good. But if it's something that's going to take weeks or months, I don't do those because I don't have the patience for it. I want to see the result now. So, and I've seen tons and tons of really, really cute blankets, that people have done. And I'm like, boy, I'd love to be able to do that, but there's a lot of work into the other blankets. I had someone ask me if I could make a king-size bed blanket. I was like, I'm sorry, that's going to take way too much time, and, when somebody purchases that, or when you tell them the price, you're not really getting paid for your time on that. So I always stick to the really small stuff. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to hold down his arms. And I'm going to go ahead and put this in there. It looks so cute. What else is there? Right, Teresa? It just... Some people can't be around those, so you have to make do with what you have. I love flowers. Daisies are my favorite, and I can't be around daisies at all. It's just horrible that way, but fake ones, at least I have some kind of something, I'm so glad they have such a thing as fake flowers, because I would be lost without some kind of I call them sunshine, because it's just something very pretty and delicate and so nice. Let's see, what else can This one I might wait and find just a certain special something that he will hold. So, my daughter loves sunflowers. That's her all-time favorite. So you're a combination of both of us, my daughter and I. Alright, so I'm going to call this one done just because I'm going to add something later on to him. He can hold something different. Lucy, thank you. And see, that's what I tried to tell as much as I can, It doesn't have to be a specific way. If they're holding something, it's good. If they're not, it's fine too. If they have arms and legs, that's fine. If not, gnomes are cute, and I am so glad that they're in. I'm going to see if maybe I can get all 4 of them in the shop. Maybe not. They turn out so cute. I'll do 2 at a time. They turn out so adorable. Just a pool noodle. And I mean, you could cover him all in moss. so he looks like, or even put bark on it so he looks like he's part of a tree with a little bit of moss on there. Cindy, I will screenshot it for you. I don't know how to do the links and send people links. I'm so not tech savvy. I'm lucky I know how to do this. And I only know how to do this because my daughter showed me. And I've been doing it for probably about a year and a half on the videos, the lives. And it just amazes me that I haven't really, it doesn't seem like it's been that long. And when I checked today, I have 987 followers, which just blows my mind. Blows my mind. And I thank every single one of you. And I so appreciate all of you guys for checking out my crafts. And I never would have thought somebody would have, you know, they would want to see the same stuff that, like, I watch. You know, I watch videos of people doing crafts all the time. So, but I will definitely look on my Amazon, screenshot what I order, and then I will send that to you in a message. So there's those two. He was my first one, just to kind of try it out. And I mean, even if I didn't add shoes, I think they would still look really cute. And I tried making it to where the outfit matched the hat, but you don't have to do that either. You can do it however you want. I'm just kind of particular that way. And if you guys make any of these, show me what you've done, because I love seeing what all you guys come up with as well. And I did have, I mean, if I made if I had like some bark, you know, I would love to do one where I just line bark all around the back so he looks like a little tree. And then his arms could be like little branches. I would love that. And then have it more, you know, have the moss going down and tucked into little crevices. Oh, the tapestry background. So my daughter and her 4 kids moved back home with all of us. And so they have the upstairs, and I had to move my craft room or my inspiration room downstairs to the dining room. So this is what I've got right now. I have like a little closet there. And then this is the basement door. So I just had to make do because my daughter and grandbabies moved back home. Love having them here. But boy, when they're gone to like their friends or their dad's house, boy, I can really tell I am not as young as I used to be, and they can sure wear me out. They have a lot of energy that I wish I had. I can probably get 3. I can almost get all 4 of them in there. I can just push them slightly. Yeah, I want to try to do one with bare feet. I really need to see about getting some, I want to say they said it's polymer clay. I need to see about getting some clay, because they said that, well, the one gal, Patty J. Good, she uses clay for hands and feet. And I would love to give that a whirl, but I'm just not there yet. I'm not comfortable with, I'm very picky with how it turns out. So just a little ball for the hand, that works, because I can't mess up on the fingers. So, but yeah, I do eventually want to do, I want to branch out a little bit more and do some of the things that I'm not comfortable with. So kind of get out of my comfort zone a little bit. These here are just perfect in my comfort zone. I mean, it didn't take much at all to put them together. You don't need much supplies. Just some socks, a pool noodle, succulents, and moss. And if you didn't have the beads for the nose, you could use anything. Yes, fingertips on gloves. Now, fingertips on the gloves. I have also made itty bitty gnomes with my grandson to put inside little fake snow globes. Those turned out really cute too. Oh, Teresa, you are so welcome. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to go ahead and log off and probably see about what's for dinner tonight and everything. But I did want to come on and do another little craft, and these turned out so cute. I just had to do a live and share them with you guys. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. Keep tuning in. I'll let you know when I do my next live. And I will talk to you then. Have a great night.